Australia against Pakistan, West Indies having defeated Pakistan yesterday. Perfect day, temperature of around about 29 degrees, and the two captains announced their teams as they went out for the toss. The Australians have Simon O'Donnell in the side, and they've made the replacement of Graham Wood coming in and Mark Waugh going out. The rest of the players, as was the case in their last limited overs game, and the Pakistan side, Imran Khan, they have a change at the top. Ramesh Raja is out, Moinul Atiq is in, Saeed Anwar holds his place, and into the team comes Amir Malik, a very promising young player. We haven't seen much of him on this tour. He played in the limited overs matches between West Indies and Pakistan last year. So they're two strong teams. Imran Khan won the toss and batted, which was quite a change from yesterday, where Vivian Richards had no hesitation in putting Pakistan into bat. The points table in the Benson Hedges World Series Cup, as the players went into this match, showed that Australia have 2 points from 3 games. They have a game in hand of Pakistan, who have no games from 4, and Australia slightly ahead with the run rate 4.20 to 3.85. Our commentators, we join play now, Tony Cozier and Bill Lawrie. The bowler is Merv Hughes, and the batsman for Pakistan is Saeed Anwar.
And he's a long way down. You'll have to hurry to get back, and he just does so. Well, he certainly would have surprised poor Saeed at the follow at the other end with the call to come. He wasn't expecting it. So no wicket for 3. The end of 2, and this is how the over ended.
Real mix-up, but on the other hand, there was a fumble, and if the batsman had been concentrating, there was every chance of a single. A real mix-up.
Lovely shot, beautifully played. Placed it, timed it, and we'll get the first boundary of the innings.
Getting onto the front foot and just hitting with the pace. No exaggerated backswing, sweetly timed. It was always going to be 4. A confidence builder for him.
They'll be looking for a second, and getting it quite easy. Upfield, as fast as it was during the test match, that ball ran away from Jones. 2 runs to finish off the over. It's no wicket, 420. Merv Hughes to Saeed Anwar, and he's hit that really well. That's a superb shot. He picked it up beautifully, came off the middle of the bat, and it really raced to the boundary. Quite the best shot we've seen from Saeed Anwar. Picked it up beautifully, and Pakistan's opening pair are beginning to speed things up now. Merv Hughes back to his mark, and in the commentary position, Ian Chappell and Richie Beno.
I'm not quite carrying to mid-off. Very risky player, Saeed Anwar, and he likes to go for his shots. Graham Wood there diving at mid-off and blocking that one, getting the body right behind it. Make sure it couldn't get through to the boundary.
And there it is. Terry Alderman with that alternative ball. He bowls the outswinger most of the time, the inswing of the left-hander, and then he cuts the one away from the left-hander. That's splendid bowling from Alderman. Breakthrough for Australia.
Yes, he really has bowled well, Terry Alderman. That one just going enough to hit the edge. And Alan Border safely pouching it there at first slip. Pakistan lose their first wicket with the score of 30.
Amir Malik, new batsman, comes out to replace the left-hander. Well bowled by Alderman, neatly caught at first slip.
Beautiful off cutter. And well taken there by Alan Border.
Terry Alderman dismissed the left-hander in that fashion. Alan Border took the catch quite safely. A good dismissal for Australia. Now change in the bowling at the causeway end. Craig McDermott has come on in place of Merv Hughes. Alderman has struck the first blow. That's well bowled by McDermott, a big outswinger, drawn to it like a moth to the flame.
Good outswinger from Craig McDermott. That's when he's at his best, when he gets the outswinger going. And Moeen really chasing that one, presenting Ian Healy with an easy catch. So 2 wickets in the space of 2 overs. Pakistan 2 for 30. 2 for 30, Pakistan.
The main shout there came from keeper and first slip. Alderman wasn't very excited about it. Batsman was a long way forward and probably just outside off stump. Even with our cameras just behind the bowler's arm, we're on something of an angle. I don't know a degree, but it does make a difference. The outfield is fast. It was quick enough yesterday, but it's very, very fast out there today. Graham Wood is the fielder into this side in place of Mark Waugh. Ground where Wood made a century and a 40 in the Test match.
Really is lightning fast, this outfield. And that was a good effort by Graham Wood. He just got it out of the hand as his feet were about to crash into the fence. He only pushed it away a couple of centimetres, but that was all he needed to make sure it wasn't in his hands as his feet hit the fence.
Alderman's more excited about that, but it was a slightly delayed appeal.
I just think they're in Karachi appealing for LBWs like that.
The crowd here applauding the introduction of Simon O'Donnell. They would understand what he's been through during the last year and a bit, and he's worked very hard, the result of which is an opportunity to take that white ball again in international cricket for Australia. Away he goes. You can't bowl on leg stump because most batsmen in the world, most good players, just love it there, and this outfield really has quickened up. Boone just managing to drag that one back, but they'll get 4. So 4 all run. And Dad really getting stuck into that over pitch delivery.
I think the fact that there is still an easterly wind blowing helped that ball run all the way out to the fence then. Always, when you're hitting downwind at the whack of the ball, travels further and faster.
So they're going to block that gap up, I should think. They're going to move the man back down there to save the 4. That means they're going to be 2 fieldsmen back in that area. He really is a sweeper down there. Oh, it's a good effort there by Boone diving away, but I think they'd be better served by keeping the ball just outside off stump. Miandad wants 3, back he comes. And he has got himself 3. It's well pitched up and driven down the ground. Desperate attempt there by Wood at mid-on. The ball into the fence for 4. So another boundary is recorded. That was a nice firm drive. Pakistan now move on to 2 for 61 in the 21st. Javed beginning to settle in and to take up commentary now as that one is driven down nicely there. Have a look at the attempt to stop a desperate lunge, but to no avail. To take up commentary now, it's going to be Ian Chappell and Bill Lorry.
Thank you, Tony. Good evening to everybody. And Pakistan just trying to lift their run rate. Mia and Javed steadying the ship, and that's a fine square drive. Simon O'Donnell over pitching. The outfield's fast, and that's 4 more. And this wicket has given the bowlers some assistance, but they haven't crashed through with a bag of wickets. 2 for 65, not a lot of runs in the 21st over, but it's not easy for the batsman, and O'Donnell over pitching and paying for it. It's well struck and beautifully placed. The outfield like greased lightning.
It's been an impressive batting performance from Amar Malik. He's getting better and better as he goes on. He's taken a leaf out of Javed's book. Early in his innings, he was prepared to let the outswingers go. But as soon as the bowlers have made a mistake, he's picked them off. And he did so beautifully on that occasion. Bill got it absolutely right. The placement was perfect.
And it's going to be Stephen Waugh. Fine one-day bowler. It's well fielded. The skipper mid-wicket, a chance for a run out. The throws by Waugh. It's friction wide. That would have been a magnificent piece of work by the Australians. Good backing up. Brilliant save by the captain.
Stephen Waugh has charged across from his follow-through position. He tried to fire the stumps down. I think he realised he had to hit them to get the run out.
It's well struck. That'll be 4.
Keeps the gap very nicely. That's the hallmark of a good player. Someone who plays the good ones, keeps them out any way he possibly can. As soon as the bowler makes a mistake, he can pick it off. Once again, you see the example, perfect placement there.
And that's the way the runs have been scored. The peaks suggest the overs with the majority of the runs scored off them.
He's gone, caught by Alderman, and that's a decisive wicket for Australia. Javed Miandad, caught by Terry Alderman. The last ball of Simon O'Donnell's allotted 10 overs.
Javed advancing at Alderman. I beg your pardon, Simon O'Donnell, a little bit of width there, and he's clipped the ball very firmly, but straight into the very safe hands of Terry Alderman. So a good result for Simon O'Donnell to finish his 10, but not such a good result for Javed Miandad as he falls for 32. Pakistan in the 33rd over, 3 for 113.
Steve Waugh will continue. Well, that ball really moved. It's been signalled a wide. Poor Ian Healy had absolutely no chance of getting there, but it moved a mile on pitching.
Yeah, mainly I think because that pitched right on a crack. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Look at that go. My goodness gracious me. That's a bit hard on the wicketkeeper, that one, and a bit hard on the bowling team.
So they count as 4 wides. He's gone. Just touched it on a low catch to Healy. So as with the first 2 wickets, and Salim Malik departs very quickly. Pakistan are 4 for 118.
Yes, well, there's not a good stay in Perth. Salim Malik was out in similar fashion yesterday, caught in the slips, I believe, and that one was just a littlest nick outside off stump. A good line from Stephen Waugh, and Ian Healy had no trouble whatsoever picking that one up, although it didn't carry through that high to him. Pakistan in the 34th over, 4 for 118.
It's Ijaz Ahmed who has come in. Out for 1 yesterday. And almost out first ball today.
Having a few words to his partner. He reckons there was one there to get off the mark. Slipsies.
Well played. He opened the face of the bat and guided that ball down to third man. Typical one-day shot, no slips there. And he gets off the mark with 4. Merv Hughes comes back, and in the commentary box, Tony Gregg, and with him Richie Beno.
That is a cracking shot. It was a lovely little short arm jab to take him up to his half century, and beautifully controlled in time.
Yes, it certainly was. Wood.
Runs off the edge again. The outfield is like lightning. Alderman's bowling's 8th over. Pakistan are moving along briskly. Here's Merv Hughes now. Oh, caught. Going back, had to make certain his eyes didn't catch in the sun. Did that very well and took the catch off Hughes bowling.
There's no way Alan Border drops catches like that one. He kept his eye on the ball all the way, moved away to his left, and made a good catch. That ball hit the splice.
Ijaz the batsman out. Border taking the catch off Hughes. Ijaz Ahmed out for 17. Pakistan 5 for 154.
Good shot. Donald will not cut that off. Well placed. 5 for 166. Craig McDermott comes back into the attack. We face Terry Alderman. Hit that. It's beautifully placed. He's done that on many occasions. When he hits on the offside, not only does he strike the ball beautifully, but he finds the gap.
Well, that's what he should have been attempting to do with the previous delivery, because there is that big gap there. And although he's hit this in the air, giving himself a bit of room, he's hit that very, very sweetly indeed. And that's raced away for 4. Great shot.
Stephen Waugh replaces Mervyn Hughes. He doesn't do that. He hits over slip, and that's 4. Another good over for Pakistan. McDermott. He could be out. He's gone. He won't drop this. The end of a very, very good innings. Kamran Dodhy out for 90. Port O'Donnell bowled McDermott, but a great knock.
You do feel sorry for the young man. A short ball from Craig McDermott, and trying to do the right thing by his team and get that away for runs. This catches a bit of an edge and applies straight up into the very, very safe hands of Simon O'Donnell. So Pakistan now 6 for 200.
Wasim Akram, the big hitting fast bowler, joins his captain.
And joins his captain because of this false shot by very promising young player, Armour.
Imran on strike, full pitch. He gets hold of that. It's going to be 4. Well, trying to get the ball into leg stump. Imran drew away. Crashed it down to a wide long on position. Vital runs for Pakistan these final overs. Tremendous atmosphere at the Wacker.
and a tremendous shot to a low full toss. Very difficult to put them away. I think he might have just got a fraction of inside edge on that as well, but it's still raced away for 4.
Stephen Waugh. Up in the air, wicketkeeper Hill, he should swallow this. He does, so the captain's out. Caught behind, hitting down the ground for 23. 6 for 209.
Imran trying to hit this a long, long way, giving himself a bit of room, trying to get it over cover, but in fact took his eye off the ball, swung mightily at it, just got an outside edge, the ball ballooned up, drifted back a little bit, but Healy got underneath it and took it very, very comfortably.
Wasn't acting on strike. That's well hit. There's a man out there, Marsh. He waits for the bounce, picks it up. They're coming back for the second. Here's the throw. Safely home.
Welcome back. Well, that was a great performance from Pakistan towards the end there to get their total up to 7 for 216. A glance at their card shows just how well they did it. Amir Malik, 90 and 130 balls, given great assistance by Javed Miandad and his experience at the start of his innings. Javed made 31 from 64 balls, and towards the end, Imran Khan hit lustily for 23 and as many balls, 7 for 216 from just 49 overs. Very unprofessional performance from the Australians there. 16 wides and 6 no balls, almost 4 overs bonus for Pakistan. Alderman 1 for 32, bowled well. Hughes 1 for 49. McDermott bowled well for his 2 for 38. And it was a struggle for the whole team there in the field. 1 or 2 efforts with the throwing, not quite what they should have been. And Pakistan profited from that to get up to 216 for the loss of 7 wickets from those 49 overs. Australia will only get 49 overs in turn. The run rate they're asked to go at is 4.42. I can assure you that's not going to be all that easy.
Wasim Akram, who elects to go around the wicket as he did yesterday. Very unusual to see the left arm fast bowler come around the wicket. Well, it's a no ball, and it may have been called because it was over the level of the shoulder. That one came up from nowhere.
Yes, and that gap is big enough for a ball to go through. But I tell you what, he was lucky there.
So David Bowen now to take strike from Imran.
Magnificent shot.
What of the innings so far. Great drive on the rise. And once it gets past those stumps, it's goodbye.
Just wide of the mid-wicket fieldsman. David Boone is in excellent form.
Boone has got a bread and butter shot. That's this one here. That's the one that he rarely ever misses.
Hesitation again. Salim Malik hits the stumps. No is the answer from umpire McConnell.
Hands on the hips. And a couple of the Pakistanis then. Maybe looking at the big replay screen, which isn't here.
On the way into the boundary, it's very fast out there.
That's about the first runs I've seen Jeffrey Morris get in front of the wicket for some time. Just in front of the wicket, just in front of point. Hit that one on the up and middled it pretty well.
Amir Malik is going to bowl from the members' end. Dropped it backward square leg. Ijaz Ahmed in that position and probably should have taken that. He's a good 25 metres from the bat, and if you drop one, I guess you've got to have an excuse, don't you?
He's hit that pretty well. not a bad effort, but he is a left-hander. It was to his correct side, and I don't think that should have been taken.
Blocked at first slip. Well, perhaps bisecting first slip and the keeper. Probably a keeper's catch, I would think. Someone should have grabbed it.
Well, keeper Yusuf did make a move, and that may well have put first slip off. It is very wide there. Immediately he's had a look up at Yusuf. Probably said something to him.
Skied, backward square leg underneath it, and he takes the catch. So it didn't cost them too many. And Aqib Javed has got rid of David Boone.
Jazz making amends. The one he dropped the previous over, Obama. If he'd have dropped this one, he might have been banished, I think. Very simple catch. The only thing he had to contend with there was maybe the sun, but I think that's even gone down behind the trees alongside Queen's Garden. So David Boone out for 24. Australia lose their first wicket in the 14th over, now 1 for 46.
Dean Jones comes in at number 3.
Nicely placed. And that outfield will carry the ball into the boundary. It helped Pakistan when they batted, and it will help Australia this evening, even though there might be a bit of dew on the grass.
Beautifully played by Jones, the medium pacer pitching wide. He was well balanced and placed it beautifully. Not all that much power, just placement and timing, and it raced away for 4.
There's a big shout there. Agreement from the umpire. The batsman not only doesn't seem sure, seems slightly aggrieved at the fact that the finger went up.
And Jeff Marsh is having a rough trot. He's not batting with a great deal of confidence, and this young man's right on the line. Just a little bit of movement away, got him to drive. A little tickle through to Yusuf, and the second wicket has fallen. A great breakthrough by this young man, who's bowling superbly on a wicket that's given him some assistance. Marsh out for 24 of 54 deliveries. It's 2 for 67.
Graham Wood, new batsman.
Caught and bowled. Good catch by Amar, and Graham Wood goes caught and bowled, and Pakistan have struck a decisive blow.
Graham Wood getting well under the front foot. Trying to hit that ball back down the ground. Succeeded only in lofting it. Not far off the ground, and a good follow-through catch there. He's having a good game. There's no doubt about that. The end of Graham Wood with just 2. Foot and bowled Armour. Australia now 3 for 73.
So here comes the Australian captain. Wouldn't say that his team is in crisis at the present time. He's accustomed to that. Still a little wobbly after seemingly going on really smoothly. Lovely shot. Got it through. And if it doesn't go as it looks as if it won't, they could well come back for a full pair. Although having said that, and having looked up to find that they've only got 3, you remember the comment by Mark Waugh earlier today that the captain is getting a little bit older and a little bit slower. And he's gone. What a brilliant bit of fielding. Well, we saw it happen last night when Malcolm Marshall threw the stumps down from way out in the outfield, and now Dean Jones is thrown out from a range of about 50 metres by Wasim Akram.
Well, Dean Jones getting that one away off the pad has turned and is out by a long way. The reason Akram has got onto that very quickly, and he only had to throw the ball just over 30 metres. He was just outside the circle when he got it. So to deliver the ball 30 metres takes no time whatsoever. Australia lose their 4th wicket, score at 79 in the 23rd over.
Steve Waugh now comes in to join his captain.
As a result of a very bad decision by Dean Jones. What was Yusuf doing standing there? Why wasn't he behind the stumps?
Border's a long way out. He must be gone if it hits, and it just misses. Amir Malik dropped the return. Alan Border was past the point of no return. He put on the brakes, and that ball just missed the stumps. Well, is this the turning point in the luck that Australia need?
I've got the feeling that he may have hit the stumps, according to the bowler. Anyway, he's looked down at the stumps. No bails have come off. Border's well short of his crease.
That's a beauty. Went right through Waugh, who was playing defensively, seemed to have everything covered.
It's the perfect line and the perfect length when you bowl at this pace. And there wasn't a lot in that.
Lovely shot by Waugh. He's so strong through the offside. And that's the perfect cover drive.
Whereas the previous delivery was the perfect length, this one half volley, and even to the pace, medium pace of Akif. Stephen Waugh is getting well back, but he was able to come forward to a degree and hit that through the covers like a bullet.
Hold him. He's gone right underneath the bat. That really has kept low, and down have gone the stumps. Well, what a wicket that was. That really did keep low. Waugh was back, the ball kept low, and the stumps are down.
This has been a great bowling performance, hitting the pads first and then going on to off stump. Hit the front pad first, then on to off stump, but this has been a fine bowling performance from Aqib. Australia 5 for 98. Aqib is bowled out. Armour will be finished after this over, so that will account for 20 overs. Imran has bowled 6, Wasim Akram 5. Now he's got Tawseef, the off spinner, and he's also got Salim Malik, who can bowl a bit of medium pace. It's a matter of whether he uses those.
In the air, he's gone. Border's in it straight to extra cover, and Javed Miandad, who doesn't drop many, has latched onto that one. It was hit very firmly at him, straight into the midriff area, and bang, he has taken the catch, and that is a huge blow to Australia.
Javed gleefully grabbed that catch and then just threw it away. Didn't care where he threw it. He was so happy to grab the catch that got rid of the Australian skipper. Tawseef Ahmed, the off spinner, is being brought into the attack.
It's well played, the late cut. Going to the border time, the bat that could well be 4, racing away, and that's relief for Healy in Australia. Nicely timed, the late cut against the off spinner.
It's in the air, there's a field right under it. I wouldn't believe he's put it down.
Well, really, that will break a captain and bowler's heart. He threw it up. O'Donnell went for it to get it straight down his throat. It was a sitter. Salim Malik to continue. That's a good hit. You give a man an inch, he might take a mile. So O'Donnell let off twice the previous over. Some poor outfielding, but this time he goes straight. Beautifully struck. That's a good hit. Well, this
will serve two purposes. One, the obvious one, that it will bring runs quickly for Australia, which will find importance. The other is that it'll put some pressure on Pakistan and whoever's doing the field placings out there and the bowling changes.
6 for 150 wasn't Akram, who bowled a wonderful spell early on, quite hostile, quite quick. Got him, good bowling. No, yes, he's gone. Caught behind. I thought the was going to call no ball, but well caught, a good delivery, and a good bowling change.
All sorts of catastrophes there, but the main thing was that Salim Yusuf hung on to the ball, but very well bowled by Wasim Akram. 7 for 152.
Craig McDermott takes guard. This wasn't Akram who's picked up the fighter. Ian Healy caught behind, a good delivery.
Well caught. McDermott has clipped that off his toes to deep square leg. And it's been brilliantly caught. Ijaz, the man who took the catch.
It's well timed. This time the fielder looking confident, ran in and grabbed it as clean as a whistle and kept going. A fine over from Wasim Akram. McDermott out for a duck. 8 for 152.
Got away between the two fielders on the onside, one at wide long on and the other at deep and wicket.
Well, they split the gap. The desired result. Torseed still throwing the ball up. There's plenty of fieldsmen in the deep. There's a long on, deep mid wicket, deep backward square leg for the sweep shot, and it's the longest hit, so he's going, he's chancing his arm.
Wasim Akram. Merv Hughes has covered that one pretty well, and it's going to go all the way for 4. Good shot by Hughes.
I said in the test match that Merv Hughes has got a pretty good eye. When he goes after them, he hits the middle of the bat on the ball quite regularly. He's certainly done it on this occasion.
And he's hit that very hard, but he's going to be out. Ijaz taken the catch once more. And Merv Hughes can consider himself slightly unlucky because he really did hit that one well and picked out the fielder.
Extremely good hit from Merv Hughes. It was a slower delivery from Wasim Akram. Merv got hold of it very well, but that's a good catch. Ijaz, who didn't have a good day in the field yesterday against the West Indies, has taken a couple of excellent outfield catches. 9 for 174.
Running out of partners, he just has Terry Alderman now to come in. Coming in padded up like the Michelin man.
Merv Hughes would consider himself a bit unlucky, I reckon, to hit one as well as that and get caught. It was very confidently taken by Ijaz.
That's in the air. This could be the match, and it's dropped.
Wasim Akram had to go back and try and take it coming down over the shoulder. They've been swirling around a bit up there. Not quite so easy when they're coming over the shoulder.
They don't get it. That's the match. Pakistan have won their first victory in the Benson Hedges World Series Cup. They've drawn level with Australia and 1 victory each. A vital win for them. They win by 38 runs, and it's delighted the fans here, and no doubt delighted the Pakistanis as well.
It was an outstanding performance from Pakistan to win that game. Their batting was good, their bowling excellent, and their fielding held together. They took the catches when they mattered right at the very end there. Just a quick glance at the Australian card now in reply to Pakistan's innings of 7 for 216. Australia made 178 from 46.1 overs. They were only going to have a maximum of 49 anyway, and the top scorer, Simon O'Donnell, 46. The bowling figures for Pakistan: a terrific performance from Wasim Akram, who finished up with 4 for 25 from 8.1 overs, and easily his best effort of the tour from Aqib Javed, 3 for 28. A very good effort from Pakistan. Here's Tony Greig now with the two skippers and the man of the match.
Thank you, Richie. Well, I have $5,000 here allocated by the Australian Cricket Board out of their Benson Hedges kitty. Imran Khan, well played, $3,000. A very important win for Pakistan.
Yes, important. It's made the competition more interesting. Otherwise, you know, we looked as if we were just a pack of jokers here to fill in the space. So at least it's now, there's going to be interest what happens in the matches in Brisbane.
So the Sunday game, I think, is the Sunday game or the Monday game against Australia. That's going to be the vital one.
Well, both. I mean, we'd really like to beat the West Indies at least once. And that would give us a buffer between maybe even if we lose one to Australia.
Very well played today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Imran. And Alan Border's been good enough to come along and collect his cheque for $1,500. Bad luck, Alan. Simon O'Donnell didn't bat badly.
Yeah, I think he's had a good return to international cricket, and as I said earlier, he's going to be a vital part of our campaign later on in the year.
It'd be nice to get him a decent wicket up in Brisbane. Hopefully the groundsman's been listening there and he'll shave some of the grass off.
Well, just something that, for one-day cricket, people want to see runs, and I just think it was a bit difficult in this sort of wicket today.
Certainly was. Bad luck today.
Thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I've got this magnificent Benson Hedges, there are 4 of them actually, gold goblets, and indeed a cheque for $500. And Amir Malik, congratulations, very well played today, and good luck at the rest of the games. Pleasure. Right, that's all from down here, Richard. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Tony. Yes, a very good effort from Pakistan in every department of the game. A look at the Benson Hedges World Series Cup points table now. West Indies 10, Australia 2, Pakistan 2. Australia still a game in hand and slightly ahead on run rate. And just a reminder that there was a record crowd here in Perth today, 27,385. For the moment, from the WACA ground in Perth, it's good night.
This has been another presentation from Nine's Wide World of Sports.